So let's talk for a second about the life cycle of a tree. Most people, when they think about trees, they think about what's growing out there in the woods today. That there's a tree growing out there that has dropped a seed or an acorn or some other type of seed pod, and that seed has landed, blown through the wind, landed somewhere else. The conditions are right, and it sprouts up and a new tree comes up out of the ground. Well, with fruit trees, it's a little different. Nothing is grown, in general, fruit trees are not grown from seed. Is there anybody that can tell me why that might be the case? Any idea? Yes, ma'am.
Because the fruit that's on the tree, the seeds don't actually grow the same tree sometimes?
Correct. So if you have a bounty peach tree and a harvest peach tree, the bounty peach tree may have been, the peach that you're harvesting off the bounty tree might have been cross-pollinated with the harvester tree, and now you've got a half harvester, half bounty seed inside of that peach. So when you grow it, it will not be a true bounty nor a true harvester peach. So all the trees are grafted, and most of the trees that we have are done with bud grafts. A tiny piece of a existing bounty peach tree is cut off and grafted into an existing rootstock using what they call a tea graft. And I have an employee who has done this for many years, and this is actually what it looks like right here. So this would be your rootstock. This would be your new graft that is put into the tree. And after about a year and a half, it'll look like this right here. Okay? This bud will take off and grow very quickly, especially the peaches and the plums, because they grow very fast. And we would harvest this tree in December, and it would look very similar to this right here. Maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit taller. It just depends. Okay? All of the trees require some type of pollination. They need pollen to pollinate the flowers on the trees themselves in order to produce fruit. When a tree is growing, you'll see them flower, pretty white flowers, pink flowers, red flowers, it just depends on the tree. That flower is the start of your fruit. That's why when we talk about late freezes killing the flowers, and why we have to be cautious in some of those areas, is because if you kill the flower, then you're going to kill the fruit. After the flower drops off, what you're left with is this right here, which is hard to see. I'll pass this around, but this is the start of an apple right here. This is where the flower was at the top, and right below that is where the apple starts to form. Okay? I'll pass that around in case anybody wants to take a look at that. I'll pass this one around too. There you go. So we'll talk about this a little bit more, but some trees do require cross-pollination, some of them don't with other species, and we'll get into some of those details here in just a minute, okay?